What's up? All right. All right. We got a stream that looks like it's working. I am so excited for this. This is day 29 of building drivel.app from me, Adam, but I go by frictionless just because that's my thing. And I am so excited about this particular app, this particular property. And I'll tell you why. So, Drivel is a social network. I know I hate using that term, social network. Really, what it is a community that allows you to create communities at any place. That place could be something insignificant as a eighth hole on a golf course, or a playground, or a jungle gym, or a splash pad, or a little hiding place in the middle of a forest that only you know about, but you kind of want to make it like a clubhouse, or something as big as a theme park, or a Starbucks, or a Panera. All of these things are things that you can make into a community. And when I say community, what is a community? Well, we've drawn quite a bit from Reddit in terms of how the threaded comments work. And so every one of these places is actually its own community. And so, as an example, when I'm on Drivel, I'm going to go ahead and show you what Drivel looks like. So if we go into Drivel, we'll open up Drivel Desktop. Why not? Even though nobody uses it. So here's Drivel. You know, nah, let's not do that. Let's go ahead and make it mobile. So here's mobile Drivel, or Mibble, as I like to call it. And what you can see right here is your main feed. These are all of the places that are near you. And then you can see all of the places that you've claimed up here. And one thing that Drivel does totally differently than any other place out there is it turns every place into something just a little bit more whimsical. And I'll show you what that means. So when I go into a place, let's go into this high school. So I'm not sure if you can see this picture, but every image for that place, it turns into that Ghibli style image. And I really like that style of image, and I found that a lot of people do too. It really just makes everything a lot cozier. And what I like the most about it is when you look at things that are near you. So here's our nearby. When you look at places that are nearby, everything is this nice homogeneous format. Everything looks roughly the same, kind of the same pastel-y type of colors, which I think is pretty neat. And so we like to think that this is a way to kind of give every place a memory, okay? Give every place a memory of what's happening now, what has happened, what happened last night, what happened 2 weeks ago, etc. We want to give every place a memory of its own, and also to facilitate interaction at that place. Very cool. That's very cool. So what I'm saying is very cool, you might wonder. Let me see. So what we're looking at right now is we did open up the app for people to use. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to jump into the admin site, which we have to lock down. I have to do both. Why can't I use the admin? Let's try the admin. So we're building all of this in VO. So what we're going to do, didn't mean to do that. That's okay. I'm a little bit surprised to see that people are using this. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised. Maybe it should be just obvious that people would use this. What I want to do now is we're going to take a look today at all of the people who've started using it so that I can really get a read on why are they using it, you know, are they posting things, etc. So let's take a look. So we're going to go into the admin screen. That should work for this particular user, and for some reason it's not. Okay. It looks like the admin screen is not working, and just bouncing the person back to the main screen. Let's see if we can get some answers there. So we're logged in. It might be because this user, let's try a different user. Let's try a different user. That might have been it. Let's see. Do we see any errors? I don't see any errors. Oh, there's one. Get admin users. Not a function. Okay, that's our problem. So we can troubleshoot that really quick. While we're troubleshooting that, what we're going to do is we're going to look at all of the recordings. And this was, honestly, this was pretty hard to watch. And I'm going to tell you why it was hard to watch. The app broke quite a bit when people came in. When people came in and started to claim their very first place, shit broke, and in a spectacular way. You would claim a place, you'd put all of that in there, and then it would break if you used the sign in with Google. And I think so. Our issue is really the sign in with Google right now. So we're gonna have to see how somebody was actually able to do this. One thing that we're also massively missing is, by the way, isn't that an awesome looking? Like, you guys just have to see this. That's just, look at that. That's beautiful. That's pretty cool. So we can actually see the original post for this place. Yeah, so we can see the original post, and that's what we're going to do in our admin. So hopefully this is going to solve it pretty quick. I might have to put this on GPT 5.6 fast. Oh, we only have Opus 5.6. I can't believe that we can do Kimi. I do want to try Kimi, but I'm afraid that it's going to mess with all of our, just kind of all of our UX. Because remember, every model is going to do UX a little bit differently. And it's kind of funny because in the programming side of things, that's in the background. You don't really worry about that. But the UX is very obvious. And there's actually a really good kind of explanation or evidence of this that I'll show you in a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to see how many users signed up. Okay. So let's do this. Let's go into, I got to find a way to look at our funnel. Now let's just wait. Let's see this. Which admin accounts being read? Adam's Great Day, Proton May. So we could definitely see that this is the issue. So I am anticipating this is going to be a fairly easy fix. And then that'll allow us to get into the admin screen. And then once we do that, we can go ahead and get things done. So what I like doing, so here's my Ergo keyboard that I've been using. This is the Keychron Q8. And I'm going to go ahead and just give you guys a little bit of typing. Nice. 121, 92% accuracy. That's pretty close to what I normally hit. So, not crazy. I need to kill this and that. Consolidate admin identity into app's canonical server path, retain the secure database backend, preserve separate redirects, add focused coverage for anonymous non-admin. I think this is just too much, man. I'm just going to do this. I think this is just a lot easier. Okay, so just do that. I think it's a lot easier than what it was trying to do. It came up with this whole big solution, and I'm just like, that ain't it. That ain't it, buddy. So let's do this. We can look at all the filters that are greater than 5 seconds where the current URL contains app.drivel.app. So this is going to show me all the people who made it to the other side. There we go. So these are all the people. That's so weird. Current URL. So does that mean that this person... So if I look at this... So this person is www.drivel.app. Does that mean that this person started here and then made it? They did. Okay, cool. All right, that's what happened. Yeah, so there's a loop right here, by the way. There's a loop on the upload. And you could tell this person is like, what the F is going on? I mean, like, look at this thing just break spectacularly. If you were a user, you're like, WTF, like, what is going on? So this person's in New York, so we can kind of see what they're close to. Yeah, we really got to solve this. Anyway, let's see how many people created accounts. Accidentally remove the admin server actions. Okay, so we should have our admin back. Hey, there's our admin. Okay, so let's kill some of the stuff that we did before. Soft delete. So this is new, Cooley Elementary School. And what I wanted to see on this one is I actually wanted to see what the OG image. So this is what the person took as the image. No. Oh, I want to see the original image. Edit image? There it is. Whoa, okay. That's pretty good. So that's the image that they used. And then this is what we turned it into. By the way, I think we did a damn good job, don't you? Hell yeah. So that was created by somebody else. Meriwether Post, Millipitas. I don't know. Ned's Point Lighthouse. Ned's Point Lighthouse? Where on earth is this? So let's look at this. Oops. Edit image. So we're going to be able to see the image that they took. Damn, look at that. So this person might have literally taken that picture. Hello? Oh, that's right. We're on the VO preview. So where is this? Ned's Point Lighthouse. So oddly, so this obviously is kind of an issue. All right, so we're just going to post back. And so this is how things work now. What we don't have, we don't have any sort of way to do notifications, but we're going to change that. So while we're here, let's look at, so Ned's Point, this is me. I'm going to kill this, soft delete. Potomac Club. I'm looking for all the things that other people created. Let's kill this, soft delete. Wolf Trap is real. I'm going to kill that. Okay, look at this. So this is another one. Smith's Woods Area, Historic Smithville Park. It's a highway. That's kind of weird. Technical Staffing Specialists. Where's this? Is this near me? This might be near me. I might have created this. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Whoops. So obviously we need to resolve the claim flow. The good news is people are trying stuff. The bad news is everything's failing. So let's see if we can do a better job of not letting people down. I also want to, we're going to add something to the admin. I'd like to add a, let me see, stacked bar graph that shows places created per day over time, stacked between people that are internal users and those that are not. Let's see if we can get something rolling. And we really need to fix the sign in with Google. Like, it's honestly hard for me to watch some of these because I know how bad of a job we did. So this person's interesting. They actually went back to, look at how confused this person, this poor person. No unclaimed places, dang. This is something that I've noticed, by the way, is that everything is showing as 0.1 miles away. That, you know what, that's actually the first thing we're going to solve because that is so glaringly obvious. Let's see if we can find out where that's coming from. So let me go back to my feed. It says 1.3 miles away. That's correct. But if I go to nearby, see, look at this, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. Is that because that, yeah, I don't know why. Okay. So we're going to resolve that. How should the chart classify a place as internal admin's email domains? So I'm going to say I've noticed an issue where, hold on, what email domain? So it's going to be other. So I've noticed an issue where, what are we going to say? All nearby community places are shown as less than 0.1 miles away. So we also need to get some, hold on, let me see. Yeah, we also need to get some idea of people that enter the site and then people that create an account and then people that claim a place. So we're gonna need to establish a conversion ratio there because that's gonna tell us if people are coming in and they want to claim a place. We also need to encourage sharing, and we haven't gotten there yet. We haven't done anything with sharing. So one thing I did set up in PostHog the other day was our marketing channel. So let me go to, not channel, workflow. And what this is if somebody landed on app.drivel.app and they never claimed a place, but we created an account for them, then we're going to tell them that they need to create an account, basically. So user performs an action, add trigger event, page view. Can we make it a person? I bet you we can do new ticket. No. Okay. What's a trigger event, though? It's almost like everybody. I feel like I want to do it for everybody. Not sure yet. We're going to come back to it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to make it so that, here, we'll just do this. We'll do this. Signed up users who have not claimed. But I really need to get the claim flow working. Like, if that doesn't work, I mean, all this shit is going to be for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point? So I think, let me look at my admin. Not yet, I guess. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to look in the admin and just kind of see if anybody is using stuff yet. So if you're looking at Drivel, here's the app right now, okay? And then we have, I mean, this is what things look like. I can see everything that is nearby. And this is what we're going to fix, is that we're showing everything nearby, but we're seeing these, like, everything is showing as less than 0.1 miles away. And that's clearly not correct, okay? So when you're on mobile, if you could see this, okay. So do you see how everything says like less than 0.1 miles away? That's not correct. So when people are browsing the mobile side of this, that needs to be totally accurate, okay? Also, we noticed that a lot of people clicked on Explore, which is neat because we want to enable that, but just not there yet. So let's see if we can clear up this 0.1 miles away. And then we're going to also clear up the, sign up. I will show you the sign-in flow right now, just so you can get an idea of what it looks like. It is this flow, okay? So we went with this. This seemed to be the aesthetic that won. It was the one that the most people clicked on. And so this is, you know what? I got to log out first. Let me log out. The reason why I have to log out is because I am an admin, and it's not going to let me claim a place more than once, obviously. Log out. Okay, so I'm logged out. And so now we're going to do claim start. So this is what somebody would see if they just started using the app for the very first time. We want them to get right in and take a photo. Take a photo, claim something. So it won't take a photo of this. So I'm going to do, let me find something that's like a little bit better looking. I'm going to see if I can find like a picture of a jungle gym. There we go. Something like this. This is awesome. I realize I said that and you can't see it. So here I'll say choose from library. Okay. So now it's going to try and identify my place, and it's finding this one called Red Nessie. Honestly, I have no idea where that is, but I can also search places. So I'm going to choose Red Nessie, and then it's going to go, is this the place you had in mind? Claiming it makes you one of the first people shaping the community on Drivel. So yes, I know this place. Okay. Now check out the cool Ghibli. Like, isn't that like, I'm sorry. I think this is one of our biggest differentiators is that when you claim a place, we automatically apply this treatment here. So look at this. It's the Art Ghibli style. It looks super nice. It's authentic to what it looks like for real, right? So it's not like imagining and hallucinating things. Like those are the actual kids that are in there. Actually, before I say it, let me make sure. Yeah, look at that. Look at all those kids in there. You can kind of see the treatment. So this is applied deterministically. Okay. We have a prompt that we run through OpenAI here. Somebody told me that Higgsfield AI might be a better shot, but I have not. I've used the like consumer version of Higgsfield. I have not used the API. And so for us, it has to be super fast because every time somebody claims a place, we're going to use this. So anyway, you're going to say save the image and claim. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to say Joe, and then we're going to do Adam. Let me see. August 2. Let's just, and then so we're going to see if this claim flow works. I'm going to say create account and claim. And look, you're now a moderator of Red Nessie. Sweet. So that worked. And you can't see it, but I got a notification as a user. And then I click on open my place. So that's kind of neat, right? Like open my place. Now, what we want people to do is we want them to start conversation and most importantly, share right from here. So we're going to have to address that on this, is that if they have created a place, we want them to share with people who know it. So we're going to add that onto kind of the list for today. But the thing we really have to work on is that is broken if you use Google. God, my nose itches so much. I do not have a Coke addiction. My nose is just driving me crazy. I have massive sinus issues. And I'm like hating life right now. So we're going to bounce around a little bit and we're going to jump into the admin that we just fixed, or at least we should have just fixed. Find the nearby distance bug. Fixed it. API was reading non-existent lat longs instead of superbase's latitude long. Okay, cool. And I like how it's just like broke. Okay, so that's an easy fix. Let's do it. So let's come up with a better way. I want us to use our like kind of put our thinking hat on here. If somebody lands here, this is somebody who's claimed a place for the very first time. The first thing we want them to do is say, share this place with another person to get the conversation started. And then what's neat, I'm going to show you this. Do you know what Open Graph is? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Some people do. Basically, you know that thing that when you go to Facebook or X or wherever and you paste a link, and then it shows, it opens up a preview of what that link is. That's what Open Graph is. Anyway, what we're building is something that allows that to happen too. And so if somebody shares a place with their friend, which is what we want them to do, this is what it looks like in Message, like in the Message app. Hello? There it is. Okay. You see that? So it's going to show the actual place, and I can like copy that. I'll show you what it looks like on my actual phone. Like if I'm sending a friend a message, okay. Paste. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can see. So if I was just texting you, don't take the high road. Don't comment on my phone being cracked. I know I'm a brokey. But anyway, check that out. So when I go to paste it, we're going to get exactly what that place looks like with the Ghibli style. Yeah? Okay. So this is a lot more likely, we think, to get people to talk about. So on the negative space here, we need to address that. So when I'm an owner and on, let me see, when I'm on a place detail screen that has no posts yet. Encourage me to start the first conversation with some potential topics and also share with friends. Indicate that sharing is how good conversation gets started. Come up with much better ways to say this. Okay, before I do that, did you notice this little fix that we have to do? We're going to do the fix first, and then we're gonna address that. Somebody had asked me the other day. They had said, "What does your hat say?" And it says boring. I love this hat. I actually had this hat made. Funny enough, I had this hat made. So just so you can see, boring, but it's backwards or upside down, not backwards. Actually, I think it might be backwards and upside down. Let me see. So G, yeah, upside down and backwards. Crazy. It's like opposite day up in here. So we have this queued up so that when somebody's on a place detail screen that has no post yet, we're going to incentivize them to share. And then we have to add some serious events here. Do we have events in post hog? I do need to get into post hog and see what events we've got, because I want to find out. If we can correlate to the event of them opening a place. So let's see. Clicked on link, open my place, claim experiment completed. Huh? That's weird. I don't know what that means. What? Clicked on place, page view. So what page view was it? Person mode full. Okay, so this is just showing like we just viewed a place. So I don't like this because look at this page view. I'm not sure if you can see this, but this page view is not really giving us a ton of, I mean, I guess it is. We should say that this is viewing a place. So we have to come up with like a first party. Yeah, we have to come up with a first party thing. Maybe what we do is we do /place. We can do that. Let's try this. I'm thinking. Let's just say activity last 24 hours, select an event, page view, and I'm going to say page view. Current URL contains, what do we say? /place/. Let's see. So this should show all of the page views where I'm going to a place. And I can see people yesterday going to a place, maybe, yeah. But what about that other person? Like we actually saw another person go to a place. They even created that place, but we're actually not showing it. That's a little bit concerning that that's not getting shown because we saw somebody do it. Okay, we're going to figure that out. All right, let's see if this is working now. Let's go into admin, and we should have our chart now. We're going to have our chart that's going to show us, hopefully, all of the places created over time. Ugh, where's our freaking contrast, dude? Bro. I need color. If you don't, yeah, hopefully you can see me typing. By the way, we're using GPT 5.6 Soul for all of this right now. So if you're curious about what I'm in, this is VO. It's the platform that I use. You can go to vo.app, v0.app. I'm a top 1% creator. I have been for the last year plus. I think last year I did a little bit over 40,000 prompts. And I did the math on that. That's like 200 prompts a day during the period of time I did it, which is honestly a little bit concerning. 200 prompts a day in VO average is like a lot. I think I got the numbers right. Yeah, in any case, it's a lot. So I've built a lot with that. I probably built a little bit over a dozen. I've built a little bit over a dozen apps with that. And right now they're making a collective 40. I think yesterday I took a look at Stripe. It was like 44.5K every month. We had some churn, which was a little bit annoying. So $44,000 a month off of the apps that I built using entirely VO. Like, I hope VO never hears me because they could charge me so much more money than they do. But yeah, it is what it is. So in any case, that's pretty cool. No more 9 to 5. No more 9 to 5 for me. I'm building apps. I'm deploying them. I'm shipping them as fast as I can, seeing if I can find niches. Okay, fix the chart colors. So let's see if our admin's working. Holy moly, what on earth is that? Hello? Did we break? Let me restart this. What happened? I don't even know what this is. Look at this error. Like, this is the most obtuse nondescript error. You know, I was getting a little bit bored last night when I was down here, and I brought some of these like icebreakers, ice cubes, which by the way taste exactly like Welch's grape juice, which I love. But I managed to just have a couple of these, and I had listened to the audio, just like some test audio, and all you can hear is me chomping on these. And it's disgusting. So I'm not going to do that to anybody. I don't even want to listen to myself doing that. Okay, so what we're doing right now, if you're kind of just tuning in, is we are building out the admin for Drivel.app. So this is going to show us everybody who's signing on, when they're signing on, where they're coming from, all sorts of attribution information that we need. Here we go. Hey, all right, let's go. So what this tells us, these greens, by the way, these greens are community. So community should, you know what? Okay, so I need a pop-up that shows me specifically which, let me see, user, which emails and the place that was created. So I want to add to the admin places created, but we really need to factor out internal users. Let me see. Just don't. All right. And then we'll return to our negative space here. So one of the problems that we had, and I know it seems like I'm bouncing around. Let me tell you how my ADD works. I get a queue. I get a prompt queued up on something, and then I go look for the next thing, because otherwise I'm just going to sit here and just stare at the screen and do nothing for like 45 seconds or a minute. Doesn't make any sense. So when I have one prompt running, usually what I'm doing, hitting another part of the app, getting that next prompt ready, and then going back and forth. That's something that anybody can use. It's probably the most obvious tip in the world, but then this way you're not constantly just waiting for it to return. Anyway, as I'm saying that, one of the things that we need to correct that's just not working right is if you claim something for the very first time, here's what it looks like. Like, this is the claim. Okay, but it's like, now what? What do I do? Well, if I'm a user, I'm sorry, not if I'm a user, to get this app out there, to get more people to use Drivel, we want them sharing this with their friends as fast as freaking possible. Because who's going to know the other places? Like, I think about my friend group, and we have spots that we go to. I would love the idea of creating a little discussion around that. I would love that idea. So I'm going to encourage that. And the nice thing is, whenever you share a place, so take a look at this nice little nice little image, nice little image up there. Whenever you share a place and it goes on, let's just say a text message, whenever you paste it, I want you to see what it looks like. Look at that. Recognize that image? It's the same image, right? So we do something called unfurling the link. It's the same deal that when you toss something into X or Facebook or whatever, you know how it comes up with that preview? Well, we could set that preview. And so what we could do is whenever you're sending it to your friend, a place, you could create that discussion right there and just say, hey, buddy, let's both talk about this place together, or you might find this interesting. So a couple ideas that I have there. Yes, looks good enough. So anyway, we're going to come up with some ideas here. I'm going to cheat just a little bit. I'm going to say on Drivel, I want to come up with a... I want to improve the page for a place a user has just claimed. I'm going to make this bigger for you. On Drivel, I want to improve the page for a place a user has just claimed when there are no posts there yet. As the app creator, I want to incentivize people to both post and share with friends. I'm going to take a screenshot. So I think this is called like a negative space or an empty space. Not sure. Let's see where this gets us. Treats no post like a dead end. For a newly claimed place, it should feel like the start of something. Yeah, replace the empty state with an owner launch card. Okay, I'm listening. Now give people a reason to join you here. Get out of here. Start the first discussion. Post a question, tip, memory, or something people should know. Start the first post. Bring a few people in. Share Reddit and Foursquare with friends who know this place. Invite friends. Places with a first post and 3 invited people are more likely to become active. Give them easy first post prompts. Mock this up as an image. So I actually like all of these ideas. This is really what I thought would be cool. I especially love the idea of prompts that they can post like with one click and then get that place rolling and then maybe send it to a friend. Share a memory from here. Ask the first question. Post a photo. Blah, 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 blah. Mock this up as an image. I want to do that. There's one other piece that I was thinking of, which is that we want to prompt them, but what if we had almost like a checklist of them sharing to a couple people, and maybe we could track views for them of the place so that they should try and get that view number up. So let's just have ChatGPT mock up the place. God, now these ice cubes are like calling my name. Usually I have like an energy drink or something somewhere that I can pull, and I don't. All I have is my hat. I don't know if you've seen this yet. This is our, whenever I'm working on like the marketing site, I use this hat. Whenever I'm working on like the inside of the app, I use this hat. But you know what? We're gonna get crazy today, or we're gonna switch it up. All right. So let's see how our admin is looking. Okay, sweet. I was at Kids Bop the other day, which is like one of these like little concerts for kids or whatever. And this is the image that I took, and it turned it into Art Ghibli. Freaking awesome. This is so close to the original image. It's fantastic. I think this is such an awesome differentiator for Drivel. Let's see what we got. Okay. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. Dude, I don't love that. That's okay. You claimed it. Start the first post. Invite friends. Claim the play start. Let me see. I don't like this. It won't work on mobile because it's too packed. Come up with 3 variations that have the ideas for first posting and share with friends. Is there a way? I don't know this. Is there an action that I can just hit? Like maybe something in JavaScript that automatically opens that share dialog. Do you know what I mean? So what they could do is if you're looking at this right here, let me drag this over here. If you're looking at mobile over here and you copy this link, you can automatically share it. But I don't know how intuitive that is. I want to ask ChatGPT, is there a way to automatically open the share pop-up from a web page on iOS or Android? I mean, this thing is only going to get big if people share it. And there's certain numbers that I've been keeping track of. I want to get to 250 users who are sharing. And I think that's going to bring us to our kind of like major 10,000 user goal that I want to get to. So let's see the variations it came up with. This place is yours. Start the first post. That looks better. I don't like that. Let's see. You claim this place. Start the conversation. Create the first post. Share with friends. Best thing about this place? This is a little bit too much. So I like this, but I've been told by the fairer sex that this everything I create looks tactical and not like aesthetic. So I don't know what that means. So I want to ask another question here. Want to explain to people that places are only live as long as there is activity. Invite friends now who might be familiar. So I'm going to spin up something else. I want to ask ChatGPT something else at the same time. Is there a way in JavaScript on mobile, iOS, and Android to open the share dialog automatically? Cool. I want specific events for place view in post hog. Why does our admin look like this? This is so weird. It's like broken. It was doing this the other day too. Yes, use the web share API and navigate to share opens share sheet, but browser will not let it on page load. Yeah, okay, that's fine. This is awesome. Okay. So when I want to place detail, encourage me to share the first conversation with some potential topics and also share with friends. So here's what Drivel is looking like right now. So this is I just claimed a place, but I don't know what to do next. What do we need them to do? We want them to share, and we definitely want them to post something. We want to give them some prompts on what they might post. If they're the moderator, can we suggest some things that maybe we want them to like do? I don't know. So we're going to ask Jippity over here. I do want this to work. Let's see. When should a place viewed event fire for the same place every navigation? Which properties should each place view include? Core place data, core plus location. All right, so here is keep Red and Essie live. Places stay live when people post, reply, and visit. Invite a few people who know this place to, oh man, this killed it. Love it. I really like this. I do like this. I'd like to use our fuchsia color. So we're gonna pop this right in. Let me see, add a dedicated, yes. On a place that has, let me see, that has no posts, I want this functionality. So we're just going to post the image right there. I'm going to see how 5.6 Soul does with just image posts. I think it should be all right. Let's see how this looks. We got to get this working today before we bounce. I started this mix last night. I say I started this. I don't have anything to do with it. It's called Gaming Music 2023. Supposedly copyright free. We'll see when I upload. But I'm liking it, man. I'm liking it. This is an early stream. Usually I'm doing my stream at 8 p.m. Eastern, and I'm starting to think this might be a better time. I'm not sure. If you're on the stream right now, I'm just kind of curious, like, what would you like to see in a mobile app? Actually, don't answer that. If you're on the stream right now, tell me, are you familiar with Reddit? And do you have an account on Reddit? And do you moderate any place on Reddit? I'm just curious. Just let me know. Because we've modeled a lot of stuff out of Reddit. So I am kind of curious. So we'll just say, all right. So let's see if we can start. That looks broken as fuck. See, I love whoever said, what's Reddit? Either that's like the best joke or the worst joke at the same time. I freaking love it, man. Is anybody here a software developer? Like, did anybody start out like me as a software developer and decide that they just want to do something a little bit different? This has been a wild ride for me. All right, let me see. On a page that has no posts, I want this functionality. All right. So let's see if we can get close to ChatGPT. What do you guys think of this? What do you think of this? I'm not sure. I think this is going to be a little bit more tactical. I don't know that it's going to be the fuchsia. So if you saw the rest of the app, it's got this like fuchsia pinkish look to it. I like that. But that's what people like the most. I would have kept it green, to be honest, but that's what I like the most. One thing I also want to implement, and we'll add this into our ship grid, is I lost my train of thought. One thing I want to add into this is level of activity based on views. So just like when you go to YouTube and you see the number of views that something get it, I want to be able to do that on a place so that if you're a moderator of a place, you can see immediately how many views your place has had, because we want people to keep those views up so the place stays live. We're going to automatically pull places back that aren't being used, which is kind of, I mean, maybe controversial. How should the 3 need an idea shortcuts behave? Prefill composer. So let's do this. This is funny. What should happen if one of the auto ideas are clicked? The idea I had, because we're creating a post at this point, and I can show you what that actually looks like. Let me show you what it looks like first. So, new post. Super fucking easy. This is what a new post looks like. Title, update, whatever it is, add an image. This image is not in Ghibli format, okay? Not in Ghibli format. Let me see. It should open the post with the idea already turned into a useful draft, not immediately published. For example, ask a question. What should people know before visiting Red Nessie? Then show 2 to 3 prompts. What's the best time to come here? Open the photo picker, then the composer. What's happened in this place? But address the copy to be something in the same brand as Drivel. All right, so should invite people use the device share sheet? Yeah, hell yeah. I love that, by the way. I have no idea why this broke, by the way. I'm going to have to fix this. But I wanted to see what other events are getting shown. So let's click on live. Pro tip feels too generic, polished. It made it sound easier. Drop some local knowledge when tapped. What should people know about Red Nessie? Share shortcut. Thing to avoid. Detail regulars know. Leave a tip. Okay. Idea cards. Ask a question. Share a memory. Drop some knowledge. Feels useful. I like that. I don't know why I just told it I like that. It's like, cool. Replace the basic with a responsive. Yes, go. We got to get it done. unfortunately, we have not solved our problem yet. And our problem was that people can't freaking log in. Let me do this. I'm going to... Nice. I think that's the right tone. I'd use this at ask a question, share a memory, drop some local knowledge. And for the third one, the expanded prompt would be, what's the one thing someone should know before coming here? Then when tapped, open the composer with, what should people know about Red Nessie? Share the shortcut, best time to visit, thing to avoid, or details. Yeah. Mock that up. So that's going to be awesome, the prompting. Because we want to prompt people to say something. Registration. Look at this. Hell yeah, dude. Another fucking person registered. I'm geeked. What if in the first post sheet we incentivize them to tag people who would also know this place by email? Wouldn't that be cool? Like you invite your friends by email like that, you could tag them. I think it'd be neat. Bro. How far did we get? Come on. I really would like to know why this is not working reliably all of a sudden. Let's go back here. There we go. All right. Keep Red Nessie alive. I love it. Keep it alive makes it sound like you're going to lose it, doesn't it? Need an idea, ask a question, share a memory, post a photo. There we go. Start the first post, invite people who know this place. Didn't really like... Getting ready to deploy this. You guys can see over here in live events, you can already see people that are signing up. That's pretty cool to watch. I got to hide those email addresses to protect the innocent. We have to get sign in with Google working. I promised to get that done, and I did not get it done. Bah! Anyway, we're going to get this experience. So this is what we're working on right now, is this. So when you claim a place for the very first time, remember, that turns into your discussion forum at that place. I also want to add to this the level of activity, perhaps views. And then we got to go. Let's see how far we got. We're going to deploy this as soon as it's done, and then we're going to be able to see what this looks like. Man, I really feel like I wish I used a faster model. This one is taking its time. Any software devs out there like me? Or you just like seeing people struggle? It's okay if you do. I get it. Watch me bang my head against the wall for an hour straight every night. Oh my gosh, what is not working? We really need to get this working before we deploy. We still getting more people? Yeah, we are. Hell yeah. Oh, look at that. You went to privacy, huh? Interesting. I'll be honest, I didn't even know that we had a privacy policy. Okay, cool. Oh, shit. Okay. Bruh. Did that work? This may or may not be ready for prime time. Come on, man. All right, we're in. I'm in. So, did you do the screen? Let me see. Oh, okay. I think it did do the screen. I was a little bit concerned because it showed this. So let's go into Ned's Pond. Actually, that's a bad one. Let's go into. We got to find one that has nothing. Lock 25 has something. Does the car wash? I think I've like commented on all of these. Let me find one with 0. All right, let's do this one. There you go. Okay. Nice little error. Is that an error? All right. We got to get this error done. We're not going to deploy it now. We're going to deploy it later, which you may or may not see. But I am logging off. Hope everybody has an awesome night. Thanks for joining. This was a lot more than normal.